In this video, we will define and explain archetype and the archetype of underdog. An archetype is a pre-conscious image of a character or plot in everyone's mind. This causes us to know what to expect from a character because we know their role in the story. An example of this is a hero. We expect the hero to win because we know that they are the hero. Our archetype is the underdog. An underdog is a character that is expected to lose in a contest or conflict. Writers often use underdogs as a character because they are so relatable. Recent studies show that nearly everyone will unconsciously root for the underdog. Underdogs can be found in movies, literature, and even real life. A great example of an underdog is Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
Peace and justice in the old republic. Before the dark times. Before the Empire. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
Were you on a Star Cruiser?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
I stumbled across a recording while I was cleaning. It says he belongs to someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Tell me, young Luke, what brings you out this far?
I have placed information vital to the survival of the rebellion into the memory systems of the SAR-2 unit.
You know of the rebellion against the Empire?
You must learn the ways of the Force, if you're to come with me to Alderaan.
Alderaan?
Han Solo. I'm Captain of the Millennium Falcon. Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system.
As you can see, Luke is an orphan living with his aunt and uncle. He lives on a desert planet and knows nearly nothing about the intergalactic war going on in outer space. But when his uncle and aunt are killed and he meets old Ben Kenobi, he has to travel across the galaxy, learn the ways of the Force, and even face the Galactic Army and Darth Vader. He's an example of an underdog because he has no training, no knowledge outside of his own planet, and he has no family, and yet he still prevails against his much more powerful enemy.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
Whoa, we're gonna terminate! What the hell are you doing?
Somebody has to save us kids. Into the box, flyboy.
I got a bad feeling about this. I got him! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
The Force will be with you. Always.
An example of an underdog in real life is Michael Orr. This is the trailer to The Blind Side. It's a movie about his life.
Institutions, including a gap of 18 months around the age of 10, when he apparently didn't attend school at all.
I tell you, most kids with his background wouldn't come within 200 miles of this place.
Class, this is Mike Orr, and he's new here, so I expect you all to make him feel welcome.
Hi.
Smile at him. It lets them know you're their friend. I'm Sean.
Who is that, SJ?
Big Mike.
What is he wearing? It's below freezing.
You have any place to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me. Come on.
Was this a bad idea?
What's the big deal? It's just for one night. It is just for one night, right?
Find some time to figure out another bedroom for you.
This is mine?
Yes, sir.
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
Michael was an underdog because he had no education, nearly no family, and had never played football before. And yet with the help of his new family, he got his grades up and became a professional football player.
This team is your family, Michael. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back. Are you going to protect the family, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
SJ, you're going to want to get this.
Who's the big guy eating with your little brother?
It's his big brother. I think what you're doing is so great. Hey, you're changing that boy's life. No. He's changing mine.
Another example of a real-life underdog is Rudy Riddiger. Rudy is a movie about his life.
After high school, I'm going to play football at Notre Dame.
Chasing a stupid dream causes nothing but you and everyone around you heartache.
The problem with dreamers is they usually are not doers.
Are you fully aware of the sacrifices you're going to have to make?
It's the most beautiful campus in the world.
Having dreams is what makes life tolerable.
Notre Dame is for rich kids, smart kids, great athletes. It's not for us.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go to school here. And ever since I was a kid, everybody said it couldn't be done. I always listened to them, believed what they said. I don't want to do that anymore.
Hey, kid! Not supposed to be here.
Not everyone is meant to go to college.
I need your help.
Why should I help?
I just want to be a part of this university.
You're nuts.
Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me that lately.
Rudy is an underdog because he's very small for a football player and has dyslexia, which causes him to get low grades and hurts his chances of achieving his dream of going to Notre Dame. Despite that, he keeps on trying and finally achieves.
Hey, you guys! My son's going to Notre Dame!
I'm here to play football for the Irish.
I wish God would put your heart in some of my players' bodies.
You're 5 feet nothing, 100 and nothing, and you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
Although it is the most popular use for them, underdogs should not have to be the hero. Adolf Hitler is an example of a villain underdog.
Nothing about his parents or Adolf's early life gave any hint of the extraordinary career that was to come. His father, Alois, was a stern, short-tempered customs official who beat his son. His mother, Clara, tried to protect him. When she died, young Adolf was broken by grief. He kept her portrait with him for the rest of his life.
Everyone knows how Hitler's story ends. He overcomes his modest background and becomes Germany's dictator, killing thousands. The underdog archetype can also be shown in literature. A great example of this is the story of Cinderella.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny kingdom. Peaceful, prosperous, and rich in romance and tradition. Here in a stately chateau, there lived a widowed gentleman and his little daughter, Cinderella. Although he was a kind and devoted father and gave his beloved child every luxury and comfort, still he felt she needed a mother's care. And so he married again, choosing for his second wife a woman of good family with 2 daughters just Cinderella's age, by name Anastasia and Rosella. It was upon the untimely death of this good man, however, that the stepmother's true nature was revealed. Cold, cruel, and bitterly jealous of Cinderella's charm and beauty, she was grimly determined to forward the interests of her own 2 awkward daughters. Thus, as time went by, the chateau fell into disrepair, for the family fortunes were squandered upon the vain and selfish stepsisters, while Cinderella was abused, humiliated, and finally forced to become a servant in her own house. And yet, through it all, Cinderella remained ever gentle and kind. For with each dawn, she found new hope that someday her dreams of happiness would come true.
But in the end, Cinderella overcomes her stepmother and becomes the princess. To conclude our video, we will show you the trailer for an Underdog movie of our own.
I've taught for 35 years, and I've never had a student as bad as yourself.
There's only one way to put this. You're just a failure.
You're lazy, you're sloppy, you just make me want to quit teaching.
All right, how many times have we had this conversation about you not doing your work, not coming to school, getting in trouble in class?
As far as I'm concerned, you might as well be in choir class.
It would be far better if you did not come back tomorrow.
Justin Bieber, the leader of Al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
Justin Bieber has the world holding its breath.
In retrospect, something as diabolical as Justin Bieber.
Just thinking about how Justin Bieber's mind works gives me chills.
Justin Bieber.
This could not be happening to a nicer guy. This extraordinary ceremony for this extraordinary hero.